a little forward press. Like I'm leaving camp in the morning with the cowboys. Like we're on our way somewhere. The hard thing to do is to ride in an arena like you're on your way somewhere. But in an arena, it's even more important, especially when you're all winter in an arena. It's hard for an arena to remain open and not get too closed. So when she goes up to the canter, I keep pressing my legs. I just don't want to run in the way at the trot. She tries to cut the turn. Keep pressing my legs. Let those reins go and trot her out. I'm going to do this for a little while today. I got time today. So we're going to do this at the trot, we're going to do it at the canter, and then we'll worry about body control. Take her across the diagonal here. Press. And she's got that. She's used to doing it, man. It's hard to see, but she's done this to riders. Tries to shoot out from under you a little. And when she shoots out from under, then the rider tends to go, oh, hey, 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 and then go, and then, oh, hey, hey, hey. And then it's like the tail wagging the dog. Okay. Now we're going to have a canter now. She needs to go. We're going. No, we're going. You got to go. What are you doing here? Press on her. I need her to accept my leg here. Forget about the banners. Still pressing on her. There. Well, I'm just trying to leave that steady press. As she does all of her shucks and ducks and dives here. Until I get her synced up a little. I'm going to come through here, Jack. Jody, push the shoulders over. To the left. Yeah, we're going. I'm finally pushing on her a little. So let me push her. These thoroughbreds, they're so lovely to run. I got to breeze a thoroughbred this year at this track. Thanks to these guys up in the top here, Jody. One thing that struck me was how relaxed they ran. They just ran so nice. So come across here, and push the shoulders over. Push the shoulders over, then just hold that lead. Let's do another one. So I'm pushing the shoulders over. Then I change my legs, change the leads. I've finally got my legs on her rib cage. I feel like I can change the seat a little. She'll feel back to me a little. It's supported by the reins. But she's not having a big issue with my legs now. So let's push her out a little bit here. We're just, she's starting to just breathe and get into it. So am I. You guys, am I actually allowed to have this much fun up here? Is this part of the deal? This is my job today? Not competitive rides at work, hey guys? We get picky about all these little things, I'm talking about her legs and her this and her that. It's all bull. It's just damn fun to be up here, man. I hope she still keeps causing some trouble up here. I get to ride longer. Okay. I'll come across the middle one more time. See how she take that change again. So watch what I do. I'll come across the diagonal, square off that gate, push the shoulders over, change the lead, stay with the gait, and then make my turn. I don't want to let her cut it. I don't want to let her cut that path during that chain. And that's the closest. Amazing how horses can tell the difference. I haven't ridden her that close to that fence. She's like, my hooves have not been that close. She noticed. All right. All right, we're going to slow her down a little. We can start adjusting some transitions here through the canter. And when I go to slow her down, like this, think of the canter like a circle. Like we don't want to think of the canter like forward, that way. The circle, the stride of the canter is like this. So if you want to go fast, like a jockey does, if you watch how they get low, and their circle that they go is like that. But if you want to shorten up and slow down, you don't just sit the same and pull back. You change how you use your legs and your reins, and you try to make the circle come up, up, up. And then I'll just see if I can get her adjusting to that. So I'll just change the trajectory of my seat and leg to go from up to out. So we'll try a couple of those. Out, lengthen it, and push this that way. That way. Then up. Up. And you change the angle how you use your seat. Take her up. Take the shoulders across. Up. Shorten it. Not sitting back in my saddle. Up in the front. Legs are on her. Lift her up from underneath. Hey, don't be lazy after all of this. I can't quit now here. Then we're going to go out again one more time. Here we go. Change of angle. Here, 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 here. Better have a little run here. But not learn to run, but don't see she's running. She's running fast to undermine. I learned this from an old cow boss I used to work with, a guy named Coop. And Coop used to run those horses. And he'd run them, but they didn't run fast in their mind. They're running fast, but not running away. I like to do the same. Here we go. Okay, now watch the seat change. So the angle of my seat starts to change. Now, up, up. Supported by the reins. Up. Now we're going to slow her down. We're going to keep her moving here. And I'm going to start playing with the lateral moves. All right, that's better. Okay. Already, take that time for her to now feel, I don't know if you can see it or not, I can feel it. It feels better as a trot. You see here?
Beautiful trot.
She needed to get that kind of off her chest a little. The anticipation of this guy up here, this whole thing, what's going to happen to me? But now she's starting to get accepting of this. So the next stage is like this. I'm going to start asking of her laterally. We'll slow the forward. It's the same as that tie-dye deal. It starts crossing her legs over. Here. Close the front. Just ask her a little over. That's all. There. Take her here. Slow the front. Push that over. That's good. And then forward again. Slow the front. Slight, like a half halt. Push that over. We're going to change sides. As I come around this turn, right when I get to this cone, I'll start. This is a lateral move, like going leg yield. It's like an introductory leg yield. But the key is that, there she goes, that she can get stepping like that, and I want her willing. And after she does, this is what I'm looking for, is for her to kind of like that steps, those steps are like yoga exercise for a horse. It's good for the horse. Stretch, to strengthen, lift back, these kinds of things. So we do these lateral moves, and these lateral moves will help encourage a horse to loosen through their spine, loosen through their hips, and they'll want to stretch after. If we do it until they give, like here, there we go. And I'll let her take that stretch. Push her out. As long as I can keep my legs asking forward, I can keep her pushing from behind. There. Let her have that. All right, let's go the other way now. We'll just exercise that other side. So when I have her go, I want very little. I want my horse to go willingly forward like this horse does, which is lovely to ride a horse that goes forward. I like these hot-blooded kind. I've ridden a lot of these in my life, and they're fun because there's always that forward there. But I need that sideways there, and think about it like as willing as a toy boat is to move in a bathtub. So if you had a toy boat in a bathtub, or a rubber ducky or something, you wanted to push it over, I want that just to be just that I can just take it over. I'm going to take this other side now, like a little massage. This is very much what it would look like if I had this horse while at home. Step that over. Boy, she's crooked that. See, I'm rising on the right front, left hind. She's so uncomfortable with that bend. She flicks her diagonals and tries to put me on the other one. You have to be watching and feeling for it, but I'm rising with this one and the left hind. She'll just flick her diagonal there to try to push me over. Here we go, sideways again. And the other way, change the whole thing, the head, the neck, the shoulders, the ribs. And the hind, wait till I feel the hind in my heel here. Hey, Mary. Hang in there. See her resisting. I don't release here. She's not going to get anywhere with that. So I keep pressing, asking her to, there she's starting to soften. I give her a little bit. Let's ask it again, see if it was a fluke. See if I can just change that. There. Let her go forward here. Pick that up and ask it over again. And I want to press on her, my aids and my reins, until she can come to that. Where she feels like, now can I grab that again, just push it over. She's actually trying to slow down on me and come back to me a little here. It's starting to feel pretty good. Try the other way. Now when I change the side, watch this, when I change the direction, I've got her, what we say, the right eye, right rein, the right side. I can only have one active and one support side. I can't be doing like back and forth with the rein. So she's on the right eye right now. She's listening to me, that's my active side. So she's listening to the right inside leg, and the right rein, and the right stick. This side is the support side. So I don't fuss too much. I try to make that side just as support and pretty invisible. But if I want to change sides, I've got to go like this. I've got to essentially let go of the right, the stick side, get the head, the neck, the shoulders, the ribs, and the hind to change, and take all that time to make that change. And she's still not hooked onto the left. I'll change here. And there she comes. There. That took that long. Before she started listening to me on this side now. She's wanting to stretch. It feels good now. But if we go back and forth, seesawing with our aids, unaware, it's like you bring them elbows back and go bump, 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 bump like this. And pretty soon they can't relax because they got too many feeds coming in from one side then the other, one side then the other, one side then the other, and they can't take it in. So you can only ever have one active and one support, or two fixed. But we can't be fussing with that back and forth. We shouldn't be doing that. So here, if I change sides, you see she's hooked on this left, I'll change it all. Let go of the left. Hello, right side. Get the eye, the ear. Finally get the bend. Come on, where's the hind? If I'm having a hard time with the bend, I'll step that over sideways. And she's fussing here. She's not hooked onto my right leg. She's still thinking, maybe she's looking back at that stick. She's still thinking about, there she comes, there. There is the right side. I will let her soak that in a little. Now, when they finally get like this, you guys, I can get lost in time in an arena, on a circle, on a serpentine, scribbling around the arena, big loopy rides, like rain, or big, like, call it like ribbon riding, big. Because you get feeling like that horse is with you. It feels like harmony, it feels damn good. And for a horse that is so sensitive, she can get lost of that. She don't want to, like she doesn't want to be there. Horses don't want to be there. Be worried and anxious in their mouth and head up and all that. So I want to just take a bit of time. I did all that galloping around, all that trotting to get her to this stage. She's listening off that seat. She's accepting my leg. Let's see how the lateral goes now. Can I just take it and push it off? Almost like a toy boat in a bathtub. Now forward. Can I change the eye? Let go of the right side. Hello, left side. Now I got to get all this back. I got to wait for it. There it comes. Change my diagonal. Beautiful. Let's let her have another lap like this. Okay. As I go, I can let her soak this in, and I could probably even answer a question. Maybe I could rub my head, pat my belly, and answer a question here, if there is. So if anybody has a question, now's a good time. I just want to trot her for a little bit, but concise question about what we're doing, not about the whole barnyard and the 5 horses that have nothing to do with the question, and the one horse that one time somebody, that other time then they had the... Now, if I've scared you enough, you probably don't have a question. I'm sorry. But about what we're doing, just so it stays relevant, I'm happy to go back to my booth after and have all that dialogue. But if anybody does have any question about anything I'm doing right now, I'm going to take her to the stop here. Right. I'll tell you what. I'm riding her with like a soft feel on the rein, so that there's a bit of drape there, and there's a discomfort to her to invert herself. So there's like that, there's a soft touch on the rein, absolutely, because if she goes to jump out, invert, run away, I can't let her get too far out from under me before I'm starting to teach her wrong. This horse has had a lot of pressure on the reins, a lot. The racehorse, they push against the rein to run. But a lot of English horses end up with that because there's so much contact. And as a result of that, getting her to back off of that where she doesn't lean on it, and then leaving her with a little sweet spot, like a little place. It's like the touch of the rein. It's like the touch of my fingers. I can feel her in my fingers, but I can also feel her shoot ahead. And when she shoots ahead, I don't come back like that. I leave it still, and she runs against that. So she runs against what? Me or her? She runs against her, but then when she comes off of it, she gives herself relief. But what I can't do right now, which I'd love to be able to right now, but I can't, is because she's had so much history of high contact, I can't just hang up the phone. You see, so if I have her in contact and she's listening, and she's you see the pressure on the rein, but do you know where the actual, real pressure is? Well, there's a listening there, yeah, for sure, to stay in there. Physical, though. The seat and the leg. I'll bet you, if I pressed on you with my leg, you'd be shocked at how much I'm pressing. So in other words, I'm not idling on her, I'm pressing up against her. So think of a dancer, like a ballroom dancer. If you go up there, and you ever heard oh, you're like spaghetti, you see those I think the dirty dancing or whatever, you see that back in... Okay, remember, she's like, you're like spaghetti or what, no, that's because there's nothing to lean back against. So it's the same thing with a horse. There has to be contact. Now, why did I do all that galloping? Why all that? Why all the forward? Because the pressure I put on to say, hey, we're dancing here. I'm going to hold on to your rib cage. In dressage, we call that the acceptance of contact. What she doesn't do is accept contact. She doesn't want to slow dance like this. She's like, no, it's like how most time it works out for me when I go dancing. We start out like this, and they're like, nah, we're going to do the thing where we're over here. We're not doing the dancing like this. Because it's acceptance of contact. So when she felt the kind of contact I was pressing on her with, she's like, well, I know exactly what that means. What do you think she answered it with? Boom, forward. So then I would draw her back, and I'd leave her have that spot. I'd leave my leg on, and it took all that time for me to get that contact. So the contact on my reins was nothing to do with holding her from forward, nothing to even do with like flexing her at this point, but to just give her that spot where there's clarity. So I don't go, okay, now you're with me, good. Hang up the phone, and then she boots out from under me, say 30 feet, 20 feet, and I finally get the phone picked back up, and I go, hello? It'd be like if I made a call, I said, what's your name? I go, hi Susan, and you go, hi Jonathon, click. Hi Susan, hey, what are you doing today? Click. Call you back for the answer. You get rid of the reins that much, you're literally hanging up the phone too far. It'll take way longer to get there if you ever can get there. Continuous. But not grinding, not desensitizing. 100% I had to, because it's called riding. I don't mean to be like, I'm not. Riding is an active thing. This horse, they're the hardest horse to ride. I mean this in all seriousness. It took me forever to learn to ride a horse like this. Why? Because you can idle on them. You end up idling on them, out they go, and you can sit back here, no leg pressure, nothing, and I don't even want to demonstrate it on her because I could show you, but she'll go all the way back from Saskatoon to St. Brew, and you have not pressed her to go once. So what happens is, you don't ride them. So when I ride her, I want to press on her. I want to ride on her. It's an active thing. I got to ride her. Now see, so I'm not idling. I'll do it at the walk. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm riding her. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. I'm riding each one of those feet. I know where they are, right? I got to ride each one. This way she has congruency. See, she has the feeling that she's moving. I'm moving in time with her. That gives her the feeling of the herd and to be, it'll help relax her. But watch this. As soon as I idled my seat and just kind of, I'll get taken for a ride. You don't press, she'll get lost of it. So you start doing here, Sunday ride, she'll get lost of that. Then you go to press her to go and she'll shoot out from under you. So she needs the contact with the leg. It's a hard horse to ride. So the question is, do my legs press on her? Darn right they do. They're in time with her. They're pressing on her. So that when I come up here and I stop pressing, if she doesn't stop, she'll run into that pressure. She wasn't listening that close. So she's gonna go. She's gonna go. Now this is actually good kind of resistance to have. I'm gonna let her have it. So then I stop. I thought I was gonna have to reinforce it. But that's the start of actually riding a horse. Could you see that? It's like you're pressing, she's listening, and she was actually, like I was squeezing her, she was pushing back. Now, I could pop her off of that. Like, darn. Damn it. The last 45 minutes, worthless. Right? So pretty soon she'll stop, not because I stopped her, she'll stop because I stopped. She doesn't know that yet though, because she doesn't get ridden even though there's somebody on the top, right? And then what happens is, I'm not picking on you too bad, am I? Okay, good. So, but they're hard to ride. It took me years. I rode a lot of these horses. I didn't ride them. I idled on them. But what happens when she starts pawing and she starts leaving like that at the mounting block? It's because she's used to running away out here, so now she runs away at the standstill. So here I go, oh no, sorry. No, when I'm sitting like that, and I'd rather run into the edge of that sweet spot. In my mind, I got a spot there. So when she walks up out of that, I I said, you're running away at the walk. I let her have a step. I can't have her be trapped. There's 2, there's 3. She's on the edge here of me putting her back. But I can't have her not have one step because I'm gonna put you back, and then I'm gonna put you back. Oh yeah, no, like this. Because then you're not in neutral, right? They're like, what's my person doing? Seems a little weird up there. Right? So you gotta actually like let it go. Like think of this. You guys know the misconception about, hear this whole natural horsemanship thing, whatever. And then the big thing that people hear about that is they go, oh, predators, oh, prey animals. One of the main thoughts that they go, oh, predator, prey animal, they go, well, these prey animals must be afraid of the predators, right? Predatory behavior. They're not afraid of predators. Like in Africa, out on the plains out there, or in the Serengeti, you don't have like the lions on this side and all the tasty treats like the gazelles and the other ones on this side. And then when these ones get hungry, they come over and they eat one and they go back and they lay in the sun with a full belly. They all live together. The zebras, the gazelles, the lions, the cheetahs, they're all there together. And the thing that's kind of neat about the whole deal, humans are the only one that kind of circumvent this whole thing. All the other ones don't have this problem. Is that out there, if a lion gets that feeling or the cheetah gets the feeling in the stomach where it starts to cramp, they start doing a couple of things. It's like this. I'm going to dismount her here because she's going to read what I'm doing here. So that cramp starts to come in. All of a sudden they go like this. They get straight, they change their posture, and they zero in on one zebra. Right? That whole posture changes. So then they get Uncle Zeb, whatever happened, happened. You know how they walk right past the whole herd of zebras the next hour later? Stuffed. You see the game trails, they're all like this. They go, just ate your uncle. Couldn't eat another zebra if I tried. And guess what all the zebras do? They're grazing right there. They don't even lift their head. But as soon as that intention changes, the predator thing comes. And the predator thing is 2 things. It's direct line thinking and lock on. So they're walking around like this, and they know zebras. All the prey animals know that the predator's not hungry, right? So the prey animals know. You can sit around here all day long and just think one thing. All you gotta do is pay attention when they do the 2 things. One is they lock on, right? And they get direct line. It's gonna be Ray. That's who's going down today. And they don't switch back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. They just go right after that one, the weak one. No, I'm not saying you're the weak, no problem. I can't even talk my way out of that one. Ray, we're friends. But they'll go after the one they pick. They'll pick the young one. Then they don't switch halfway through. Right? So the prey animals all know that's all they got to do. So prey animals are not afraid of predators, they're afraid of predatory behavior. Have you ever seen someone try to catch a horse versus go fix the fence? They come up with a hammer, the nails, they walk out there, the horses are coming all over them, and they can't get rid of them. They're in the way. Now, the predator or the human comes out with a halter and a lead rope. And they go like this. Halter behind the back. Grain bucket out front. It's gonna be you. And the yellow horse knows exactly. Now tell me what that looks like. The behavior of that body language at 100 yards. But you're out there going to look around. You got horses everywhere. It's time you want to catch one. Have you ever seen someone, they're rubbing a horse, and they're getting ready to clip the horse and everything's fine, and then it's time to clip the ear. And the horse is like standing there, and he's like, all of a sudden, the predator woke up in my person, and he's like, what the hell are you doing? The horse is like, stand still, fella, I'm going to get your ear real good here. So then the prey animal goes, oh, that's what a predator looks like, so they start acting like one. So what do prey animals do? Well, they fight, they flight, they do that. So what did the predator do? Trap him. Get your buddy. You hold him. I'll clip him. Get him in the corner. He's a natural claustrophobic, so he says every time the predatory nature starts getting more and more at the person, even if you're super nice, even if you're vegetarian, even if you burn incense, even if you don't even wear armpit deodorant, You're still a predator. You can be a super nice one. I hear well-intending predators, and they're talking like, I do the natural, and it's just he loves me, and I love him, and we're gonna ride off. And what are you doing, stepping on my toe again? He bucked me off last week, and he's hard to catch. Because you're super nice and you burn some incense doesn't mean that you are a horseman, or that you're not a predator. So, anyways, my friends, there you have it. I hope you have a wonderful weekend.